this reading is going to be specifically oriented towards career, okay? So just a little preparation, things that are already coming in, because the way energy moves in my reality, a lot of little things, little nuances that I'm witnessing myself do tends to relate to this collective energy. Like I was sitting preparing for this reading and I was like, I'm going to use these cards. And then I was like, well, I have all these other cards over here. I should go grab them just in case. What if I need them, right? Even though it was very clear, even in that moment, and I still went and did it and grabbed the cards. It was clear in the moment, you have the cards that you need for this reading. And that is relating to this career message of like what you like are desiring is actually in your reach, okay? What you're looking for is right there within your reach, okay? So we're going to dive deeper into this energy. If you want to stick around, you may. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here, and on my other account, I go by Astremia, where I do evolutionary astrology. We're going to roll the astro dice here. We have Saturn in Leo in the 2nd house. Oh, my sweet loves, this is all about cultivating your flame, cultivating your worth and your value. That is what, for some of you, I feel like you already have the foundation that you are looking for, and you just haven't like looked at your feet and realized, oh, I'm already standing on like a really good foundation to continue my movement forward. This comes down to self-worth, right? You are pretty brightly illuminated with this. Interesting. This card was hidden in this deck. It's the Eternal Child. There is some... So when we look at Saturn in the birth chart, just to kind of break it down so you understand what I'm talking about here. By the way, professional astrology is the thing I do mostly. So if you're looking for a reading, June books are still open. Now, Saturn within the natal chart is our first experience with authority, right? And that first experience with authority usually is from our father. This is giving like a suppression of light and like your worth only being equated to what you could physically and tangibly produce. And so there's sort of this like your light getting diminished from I'm like literally seeing the sun in the center of this. It's like your light, your true inner light not truly being valued by parental figures. And so diving deeper into that energy, how this relates to your career is there's still this sort of like heavy weight that you're carrying. I just heard heavyweight champion, like MMA kind of stuff. We have androgyny and dissolution. It's really interesting because I'm actually seeing the androgyny and dissolution coming out here as a separation of the masculine and feminine, like taking them apart and like looking at them as individual entities within you instead of like this unification. It's like really, when it comes to your career, understanding like your Mars and your Venus within your natal chart and how they want to express within the business that you are creating. And iron is saying like there's this returning to the forge. It's almost like I'm hearing like fortifying their strength a little bit more. And I almost feel like you've maybe just have blurred them together. It's like, it feels like you're doing that parent thing that parents do where they like call the kid's name, but it's a wrong kid and they have to go down the whole list of names, or like they just group you together with your siblings, right? There's no individual respect happening to each individual part of you. And that's what is coming up when it comes to career, is like this need to really understand and appreciate each part. And it feels like your inner child is that piece that is really coming out, that's saying, hey. Then we have glass with glass and Jupiter. This is so interesting because it's saying your perception, if you could just look at your career from the lens of a child, your answer's right there. And for some of you, I'm just going to leave that moment with you for you to sit with and actually sit with your inner child with and be like, how would I look at this from the lens of a child? We have 8. Now, I want to understand more about this sort of inquiry about career. We have 8 and the 4th house. And descendant. It's so interesting. Okay. Guys, a lot of these things that you're sitting with, your understanding of your career and your vocation, the thing you want to build, you need to look at your blueprinting within relationships to understand why things aren't working, and or like there's this massive shedding, right? Eternal child, a massive shedding of the beliefs and the storylines that have been projected onto you from relationships, from your upbringing, from deep intermeshed like experiences with people. Because like Saturn in the 2nd house in Leo is like, you can like, you are fully capable when you embody the Saturn energy to consistently like allow your light to be seen and value your light. But I feel like there's a lot of outer influences that you've dimmed your light for, and it's been, I feel like I'm skirting around the direct message of this. You are able to create the financial reciprocity in your reality by directly looking at your blueprint of relationships. What I mean by that is, if there's still a storyline that is playing in your mind around how you related to your mom and dad or old partners, and there was like not, I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles, there wasn't reciprocity, that's how you relate to your work. Spirit here is directly telling you that you are worth a lot more than you're probably charging for. And the only way to really challenge that is to charge more, and or to put yourself out there, or to actually start doing the thing. We're going to get some advice. We have Venus, air, and the IC. There is something that really has to do with your root system. This might be a generational thing about like not, I heard, charging your worth or diminishing your light. Not trusting your voice. And this is really saying it's time for you to actually name the patterns out loud within your family lineage. Name the sort of, what is this? We're going to switch here. It's time for you to do things on your own. Your career, your business, whatever that is, it's like you keep trying to apply these old patterns from your family and from relationship patterns into your career sector, and it's just being limited. It, not that it's not working, it's working to a certain degree, but it is saying here directly like you've got to step out of the comfort zone of knowing what is comfortable, which means starting the new pearl, starting something new, starting something that is different. Not that. Here? No. Here. Venus. Your heart. Is your heart in it? You're really actually seeing like you need to do what you love to do. Not what your parents say you should do, not what you think your partner says that you should do. You need to do the things that you love to do, the things that bring you joy. It's your inner child that is guiding the ship here. They're not at the wheel. They're saying, hey, what about that direction? And you're like, no, like that hasn't worked for us in the past because of past wounds. Inner child saying, go try it and go do it and go explore it and play and have fun. Because when you're in your joy, when you're in your pleasure, that the benevolent guide, your inner child is literally your guide right now. And bees are significant. When you follow your joy, when you follow your pleasure, money loves it. Abundance loves it. Have fun. I feel like I got a little angry here. Just in the sense that like, I heard, you can go your own way. Like literally, it's like you don't have to do things just because it's what's been ingrained in you. It's gonna be a little testy because it's what you knew. So I'm gonna leave this here. My readings are open. I love you guys.